I should probably explain a little about channeling. It's something that's been around forever. It takes various forms. I think you find songwriters, composers, authors, in some sense, get these bursts of information or inspiration, and in a sense, that's channeling. But what I'm going to talk about is the more formal kind of channeling, where an individual human opens themselves so that another being from off the planet can telepathically send a message. And when they do that, it comes to the human, translated through the brain, the vocal cords, the voice box, and it's verbalized so that an audience or individuals can hear the message from the extraterrestrial. Now, I know this sounds pretty outlandish when you speak about extraterrestrials, so bear with me a little bit here, and I'll share some of the audios and videos that I've encountered. I've had over 200 recorded conversations with what appear to be extraterrestrials. They've been fascinating. You know, you don't know for sure what you're dealing with, but after 200 or so, I have a pretty strong belief that this is real. I can't prove it. Same way you can't prove God exists. You know, there's some things you just can't prove. What I tend to focus on is the content. If what they're saying makes sense, if it's uplifting, love-based, then I tend to pay attention. And that's all it's ever been. The messages that seem to come are all about, I guess, things like healing, empowerment, compassion, soul growth, all good stuff. And it seems that they're here to help us at a time when, as a human species, we're going through a major step in our evolution. We're moving from what is known as the third dimension of consciousness to the fourth. We're getting ready to graduate, and it's a little bumpy. And these beings are here to help us. Now, I'm going to call up my website here and play some recordings of some of these channeled conversations that I've had. So we don't need Zoom anymore, but here's my website. And if we go to channeling, the first person who channeled with me was Karen Ashby back in September of 2018. And she channels a group called the Palladians. Now I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to start the conversation around the point where the Palladians come in. Up till now, I've been interviewing Karen a little about herself. Then she pauses for a couple minutes to bring in the Palladians, and here is what they have to say.
All right, go from there. Hello there. We're glad to be here again. You realize that you're on a podcast now, do you? Oh, yes, we do. We've been listening. Yes, you have a way of doing that. I don't know if our listeners appreciate this, but Karen and I usually sit down with pad and paper and orchestrate a few questions going into each session. And we probably don't have to, because just discussing them with ladies. Anyway, for the benefit of our audience, would you please tell us a little about yourselves and why you're here?
We come from the star system of Pleiades, and we're very interested in human species. We have been on this planet for a long time, and we're here to help. And now in this new transition time and this raising of consciousness on the earth, we want to make ourselves even better known than we have in the past.
What do you mean exactly by this transition time?
There has been for many years now a shift of consciousness, for the better we might add, that is working towards all of you being more united, not only with yourselves, in yourselves, but with others of your species and with the universe in general. And this shift is causing some fairly disastrous earth changes, as you would view it, which is necessary for a clearing because Mother Gaia has let herself be known. She does not like some of what is happening, and in order to clear herself, she has created these scenarios. So we would say that there are many, not just Palladians, but there are many other species, ETs, if you will, star people, that are here to assist you humans on this path of higher consciousness.
I'm going to stop it there and bring in Gail Scott, who is the second person to channel with me. Gail is a counselor. She's had a business for a long time, working primarily with women, but she channels a group, a collective called Alastar, and here she's introducing Alastar. I'll just expand this. High energy here.
Well, good morning to you, for it is morning with us right now. We are very pleased to be here with you. We are delighted that Gail, this beautiful woman that you see in front of you, is our conduit. For we are a bright, shiny group of non-physical beings that have begun to communicate with your planet through the human being, Gail Scott. We come from many journeys. We have many stories and many experiences, as we know each one of you also have on the planet. We bring a message of love and light. We bring a message of hope. We hope and pray and trust that you shall begin to listen, that you will begin to grow, even more capable of things that you never knew were possible. You live in a time of trouble, a time of turmoil, a time of darkness. And yet there are many on your planet now who are bearers and bringers of light and hope. We are excited, for we know that the messages that we bring for you will create a shift in your planet that will ripple out into the universe and affect many others, many of whom you do not know.
I'm going to move on to Lisa Virtue. Lisa is an Ottawa girl who is living in Costa Rica right now, and through Zoom I was able to meet her. She channels some very high-end spirits, or very high vibrational spirits, you might say, and here she is.
Hello. We would like to speak with you about who we are that is channeling through and why we come. We are a group of angelic and higher vibration entities, consciousness, who come together as a team to use our particular interests, our foci, to deliver information to you to help you in your life. So we are all made of love, but we are in a state of awareness that is far more expansive than the one that you are currently focused. We are aware of all existence. We have a greater perception of the purpose behind your experiences and the purpose behind all of creation. We feel no suffering as you feel, or we have this greater depth of understanding and awareness. From this, we are able to perceive that you have much suffering and it needn't be quite so much anymore. And this is why we come to speak to you. So we use the terms angels and archangels and spirit guides to simply differentiate between what the particular focus is of each of our consciousnesses. An angel has a particular focus, a subject that they are an expert on, if you will, that they are focused to deliver assistance with. Archangels have a broader scope. They cover your entire planet. They cover a wide range. And they have a greater choice or decision to have effect on more things.
Okay, we'll leave Lisa for a minute, or we'll leave her for now. And just a quick one, Tiffany 10 is probably the youngest. We can get her up here. She's got a great one on the pyramids, but this is a little more about who she's channeling.
We bring greetings to everyone attuned to receive today's light and love transmission. My name is Maharaya. I am one of the conduits, inner earth, spirit guides in a fourth density temporal space-time reality. As I rejoice to connect with each one of you today, we want to just take a few moments to introduce who we are and what is our intentions. We are very much like you, human in nature. Many of us, in fact, can blend in with your society with ease and grace. Another perspective of looking at us is your cosmic cousins. We have long been working with humanity.
I'm going to have to end it there because time is running out. But I do want to say that I am not a channeler, I am a facilitator. And my role seems to be that I find people, or some cases they find me, and through hypnosis, I help them to make a connection. And if they do, then I work with them with many practice sessions so that they strengthen that connection and they get very comfortable using it. As you might imagine, when somebody is speaking through you and takes over your vocal cords and such, you have a lot of trust issues. You wonder, what is going on here? Am I being taken over? Is this real? Just a lot of resistance. So it takes a little practice, a little time, and a little getting used to these entities. Anyway, that's my role as facilitator, and I get these channelers to a point where they can do this by themselves. And they do conduct events where they speak before an audience. They might deliver a little lecturette and then respond to a number of questions. And they do a lot of one-on-one counseling. You want to know the past lives. I get people approaching me as a hypnotist to learn about past lives. And I say, look, you're better off with a channeler. You'll get the real story. Anyway, time's running out. And Marge, thank you for the platform. And I'm happy to be around for any questions and go from there, I guess.